Hello everyone, welcome back. I drilled some holes in this wood. This is poplar and bloodwood. This is leftover bloodwood. I will put, as soon as I get this end smoothed off on each end, because this is hardwood, I'll have to temporarily turn it to get the ends smoothed. Then I will put a piece on each end of probably put some more poplar on the ends. But I'm going to dye these dots green because we have our red, we have our white. It's not white, obviously, but we're considering it to be the white area. So that's the red, and then we'll have the green for Christmassy. I'm going to fill these holes, and hopefully, because we want to make things beautiful, and things that are beautiful take time. So we'll see what we can do. And I'm going to do this off camera, and then I'll meet back with you when I get it ready to put on the lathe and wood turn it. All right. Okay, I mounted it on the lathe. I had to use a spur drive because what I need to do is flatten this area. I need to be able to flatten that area too. I need to be able to smooth this off, bring it back down to the wood and all. But I need to be able to mainly get the ends flat so I can put some more wood on the end to continue and finish making the shape. So anyway, we're gonna go from there. Okay, and I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna see, it still has that plastic on there from the creamer, the empty creamer container that I used. I can't get it off, so I have to turn it and break that off, but that's not a problem. I'm just gonna turn it down to the wood and get rid of that. This epoxy resin is gonna be all gone. That's on the outside right here. All right, we're gonna get right to it. Okay, sorry about my coffee maker. I got a percolator going making me coffee. Sorry about that sound. Anyway, they always say, who was it that said it? Thomas Edison? Failure is the mother of success. So when this failed, you're forced to either give up, which I don't give up, or move forward and try something else to see if it'll work. Okay, I tried the duct tape. It does not stick. So I decided I'll take my hot glue after I poured it in these areas, because it's okay with the outside, because I'm going to turn it. It's going to come down some with the size, and seal it with the hot glue. And it worked. I would have never known that if this didn't fail. So I just learned something new, this awesome idea that will work well for when you're pouring epoxy resin in small areas, not huge areas. You can use hot glue to seal off the end so it doesn't leak back out. So you can turn it to the others and start pouring. But anyway, I got to get back to pouring the rest of this in the holes so that I can fill them up, and I'll be back, okay? I just want to share that wonderful thought with you, that wonderful idea that just happened, and so we're going to get this fixed. All right. I'm just going to put a smaller hole in on this side than I did on this side. I had to put a hole in it on this side to mount it on my chuck jaws, excuse me, that expand out, that are small, and they expand out to hold a piece. They come out instead of coming in and tightening down on a tenon. It comes out in a hole. So we're going to put a hole in it. I put a clamp on this end too because it was trying to pop it open when I expanded it out. okay, I'll be able to just sand that down a little bit. It looks a little rough. It looks like it's a little bit hopeless, but don't worry. I got an idea of how to get it on now. But it'll be pretty once it's done. It'll be pretty. All right, here we go. Oh, these are dirty. These are not the glasses I'm looking for neither. I can't believe I set things down and I don't remember where I set things down because my mind is not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh boy. Okay, I'm looking everywhere for my glasses. It's a specific kind of glasses because I usually don't have to wear glasses for distance. So anyway, I'm looking around. I'm looking kitchen. I'm looking in the bedroom. I'm looking in the living room. I'm looking in the carport. I'm getting down on the floor, looking all over the floor. I decided, well, I'll look in my car again. I looked in my car. I hadn't gone anywhere, so I knew they were somewhere. So anyway, guess where they were? Guess where they were? They're on me. Can you believe it? Right there. I'm so... Oh, gosh. I looked for like almost 45 minutes to an hour. Can you believe it? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I did the dumbest things. When I found out where they were, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh God, I just want to share that with you. I can't believe I did that. All right, let's see about shaping this. And then we will shape the top part later and just glue it on. I was going to make a different shape, and I might still do that. I might just glue the wood inserted here. In fact, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see about doing that. But it would be the bloodwood. And that bloodwood's some hard stuff. And there's a piece of the Osage orange right there. I glued all these little pieces together one day. Scraps. Just scrap pieces of wood because I ran out of all that wood that I had ordered. So I just put it together. And, well, that's what happens, you know. All these are just pieces of cedar wood glue, blah blah. I can't speak. I can't speak sometimes. Wah 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 wah. Whatever. I'm just being silly. So, okay, y'all ready? Let's get this thing made. Let's get this. Accentuate the piece and make it beautiful. That's right. Beautiful stuff here. have this piece, I had to glue all the little pieces of the planks of the, here's a piece of it, okay? So they're this thin, and I have to glue several of them, stack them together in order to form a big enough round piece for whatever the project is to wood turn it. I need to pull these sleeves up. It's cold out here, but I don't want to get it near the lathe. Anytime you're wood turning, don't wear long sleeves. They can get caught up in the lathe, and then get your arm in there, and then you're in big trouble. Anyway, so we're going to turn this for the top of the ornament and see if we can get it finished. What do you think? All right, let's do this. Okay, we got it cut off. Just a simple end, nothing fancy. I have to smooth that a little. I should have sanded a little bit before I took it off, but that's okay. I'll just sand it by hand. All right, I'll put a hole in it in a little bit too. Then we'll glue it on the ornament. There it is. I finally finished it. I had a hard time with some stuff. I didn't let y'all know a whole lot about it. The dots blended together on some of them. And because of the way I drilled, at the angles I drilled it, actually what I should have done is use a smaller bit. It just made smaller holes all the way around. So we live and we learn, right? Other than that, I mean, it turned out pretty well, considering. So we got our epoxy resin dots on there, but it was really hard. I had a lot of trouble with them leaking. There was one that kept leaking out, and I discovered on the inside of it, when I hollowed it out, it wasn't completely dry, and it pitted all the way through, and it just kept leaking through. Although I sealed it on the outside with the hot glue gun, it wasn't sealed on the inside, and I ended up having to seal it on the inside to get it to stop leaking. So it was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes y'all just didn't know about, but I just wanted to be honest with you and share with you about it. So that's what happened. And so with some of the dots that were blending together, I used a marker. What was color? It was kind of like a cream white color, almost the color of the poplar wood, It's a little bit lighter in color. But other than that, I mean, so it doesn't look like professional, fantastic, but it's still, I mean, it's still okay. The shape of it I like a lot, except for through here I really wanted to make it smaller. But what had happened is I had turned it around, and when I turned, I had the ornament this way. Excuse me. I had the ornament this way. That's right. I had it. Let me unhook it. Let me touch my screen. Okay, I had the ornament this way. And I decided, which I knew it was going to create problems. I should have just left it alone. But I decided to turn it this way. And when I did, it was not running true. And I started having some problems. So I decided to back off. Whoop. I'm going to break it if I don't watch it. So I'm just going to lay it down. Just going to lay it down for now. Because using one hand trying to hang it up is not going to work like that, since I got the towel up to use as the background so that I can, you know, show my piece. So anyway, I really wanted to make this thinner, make it more delicate, and I didn't. So that's okay. That's fine. I'm being a little critical about stuff on purpose, because that is actually how I feel. So anyway, I was going to make it a bauble or a round ornament with no finial on there. Maybe just a little bit of a short tip, just like the round ornaments have on a Christmas tree. And I decided to change it to do this. So I thoroughly enjoy making ornaments. I love to make finials. That's one of the most favorite projects or pieces I love to do is a finial. I love finials. They're just so fascinating to me. So anyway, we've made several Christmas ornaments this year, and I'm really excited about that. Maybe we can figure out about making one more. I'm trying to figure out what else I can make. There's a couple of things I think that I can do that I saw, and one of them's really cute. When I first saw it, I thought, but you know, I did that with the snowman and several other things that turned out to be very neat. You know, it turned out to be more enjoyable than I thought it would be, actually. So anyway, I won't keep rambling on. I hope y'all are doing well. Christmas is almost here, and so we're just having a good time no matter what time of year it is, right? That's right. One of my kitties is over here. All right. Hey, Sylvester, what's up? What you doing, baby? You gonna say hello to everybody? No? He gets kind of strange sometimes. Yeah. Ever since it turned cold, I'll go to call him or let him out or let him in or something. He'll go running off like I'm chasing him or something. I'm like, what in the world? Why are you acting like that? It's the strangest thing. I've never seen him act like that. I don't know what it is. So, I don't know. He's a feisty feller. He is. So, anyway, I hope y'all are doing good. I always hope y'all are doing well. And I miss y'all. And I'm always so happy to see you once again. And all you newcomers, all the people who have come to my channel in recent days, this past week. Wow, thank you. Thank you for coming and visiting my channel. I hope y'all enjoy my videos, and I hope you're wood turning. If you're wood turners, I hope you're doing something special too and enjoying your wood turning, most importantly, and your family. So anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend until next week, and until the next time I put out a video. And I hope y'all keep smiling. That's right. And never give up. Never ever give up. I had a time with this thing. You would not believe some of the problems I've had with it. I just did not share. Excuse me. I didn't have the camera on there. I just did not share a lot of stuff. But I'm sharing with you verbally that I had some problems with it. I had to walk off for a while. In fact, I had to walk off for the rest of the day and just leave it alone. Go do something else. Get my mind off of things and, calm down until I get my thinking straight once again. And you got to do that sometimes, because if you try to make hasty decisions, you're going to get more flustered and upset and stuff. And I didn't want to do that, so I'm glad I did that. And then the next day came along, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's finish this baby. That's right. I'm ready to finish it, make it beautiful. So there we go. We got it. See? All right. Y'all have a good weekend, like I said a moment ago, and we will see you next time. And you keep smiling, okay? And if any of y'all don't show up my channel, I don't put out a video after this one, have a very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's right. Ho, ho, ho. Woo! Jingle bells, jingle bells. Skipping through the snow. All the elves and all the reindeer. Let's go. Yo ho. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go. Okay. I'm just being silly. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.